Canelo had some responses to Max Kellerman yesterday during their press conference, and Max Kellerman was talking about boxing, bringing boxing back to a new golden age, and saying that this Canelo and Crawford fight will be the fight that will make it happen. But he says that boxing has not been the same as it was in the past, and he was just letting Canelo know that when he had said something about combat sports. And Dana White, Canelo was saying boxing is big, is still big, and Max Kellerman was saying that's because he's basically, the face of boxing, and he doesn't want to be the face of boxing and talked about as a guy who doesn't really push the sport forward, because when you're the face of boxing, you don't want people saying that the sport is going down while you're the lead top guy who's showcasing the sport through his own fights and skills. So a guy like Canelo's looking at it, he's like, hey, I can't have you out here saying that. But Max was like, of course, Canelo is the face of boxing, so of course he feels a certain way about it. But does anyone dispute that boxing is not as big as it used to be? Right, it's not. If you go down the street, the average person doesn't know. Now, it's different in Mexico, obviously. And I even said before that Mexican American fans have kept boxing alive in North America. Canelo's from Mexico. Of course, he has a different experience, because you walk down the street in Mexico, the average person knows who the champion is. In America, in the United States, they don't know. So the reason for that is, he says, hey, what they should do in baseball? You're talking about Major League Baseball. There are millions. As far as you're talking about Adam Silver and NBA, he's talking about commissions and stuff like that. They said there are 1,000 basketball leagues, but there's one that is synonymous with the sport. If I said what they should do in football, who am I talking about? Who am I talking about? The commissioner. He's talking about every league has a commissioner and a guy who leads over. And he's saying that people don't like how Dana White is. He said, but the average sports fan who's not paying attention to combat sports may say UFC when he means MMA. Boxing has never had that. So my point is, we have a chance for the first time in my life, which is why I'm involved in this, because I think there is a historical moment where there's a chance that it could work, that between Turkey Al-Sheikh and Dana White and Nick Khan, who's the most effective executive I ever even heard about, let alone seen, that this could become what's going on here. What Canelo Crawford's kicking off could actually result in the golden age of boxing. I was telling people that weeks ago, well, actually last few months, because for the first time, he said, and then he skips around. He's kind of like skipping around questions, but he says a lot of different things that I've been saying, man. Like, a lot of people, as far as in the boxing game, the way things have been going, it hasn't been growing the sport. And he was saying that people are reacting to right now. He said, if you want a league or a sport to grow, you need to make plans. And the issue with boxing has always been, it is a less fair marketplace. As Dana White says, it's going out of business sale. Every promotion is trying to juice the fans for everything they got, which is why now only a handful of fans are watching pay-per-view. He said only a handful of fans are watching pay-per-view. The prices keep going up because the marketplace is shrinking, because we haven't exposed it to the mainstream, because we take these fans and we ask for $100 for a pay-per-view. He said, come on, man. And half the time, the fights aren't good. And they don't take place when we want to see them even. Told you. So that base gets smaller and smaller, and as it gets smaller, we charge them more and more, because we need to make the profit, right? That's not how, that has not worked. It's dried up boxing. It's moved it to the margins. So you want some kind of central authority, just like you need, hold on. It said central authority, just like you need a government. You just can't leave it up to a marketplace. If you want to leave to have a civilization, you need some kind of government to say, okay, we want clean energy, whatever it is, right? So yeah, he's basically saying bring in a commissioner and have them look over the sport. But as I said, you need somebody to look over something. Because what's going on right now, you got guys can't agree on testing and all kind of stuff that's going on and the weight issues. It's just small stuff that goes on. Promoters are kind of shrugging their shoulders. And guess what? Max Kellerman said all this, and the video he said it on barely got any likes. People don't like what he's saying. They don't like the truth. I mean, the truth is going to bound to come out somehow. Ain't nobody finna change the truth so everybody can be like, oh, well, I don't see that happening now. Okay, you'll see soon. That's what he's saying. And I've been trying to tell people that the same thing, but, you know, it's not my job to really force people to understand, because they're going to understand regardless. Trust me. Canelo fighting Crawford this weekend. They're going to understand. That's all I got, though. Like and subscribe.